Alright, we are back for another video. Today's video is going to be a guide. I don't think I've seen too many people discuss this, so I thought, now would be a good time to do a guide for this. If you are new, you'll find this very useful. Even if you're not new, maybe you'll learn something because perhaps there's something that you was unaware of in this video. So yeah, today we're going to be discussing cosmetics, right? And if you don't know who I am, my name is Shogun. I am a top player on Global Grand Cross. When I played Grand Cross JP, I was also a top player over there. I played both of these games since release day, so be safe in the knowledge that what I'm telling you is accurate information and something that you really should take notice of and take in, because I spit facts. So yeah, what we're going to talk about today is cosmetics, and this is something very important. This is something that goes under the radar for a lot of people. A lot of people just think, yeah, cosmetics, whatever, I get them for my units, I equip the UR cosmetics and then I upgrade them, everything is good. But no, cosmetics are very important because they give you substats, which in and of themselves are also very important. These substats right here, these are very, very important, right? A unit could have the best kit, the best skills, best ultimate, best passive, best everything, like really high stats. If they have bad substats, they are not going to be a good unit, so do pay attention. And I am going to do a separate video on substats where I explain each and every one of them in detail. I don't want to do that in this video because then the video would be way too long. I do like to keep my videos under 20 minutes, and if I explained in depth every single substat, that would take me quite a while because they are pretty detailed. Obviously I'm not a maths genius, so I can't explain to you the mathematical equations of how they calculate all this crap, so I'm not going to do that. But in a separate video I will discuss the substats, so do leave a comment down below if you want me to do a video. I mean, I'm probably going to do it anyway because I do want to talk about it. No one's ever spoken about substats, so I'm going to do it anyway, but do leave a comment down below. And yeah, so cosmetics, what people do is they'll just equip the UR cosmetics and just call it a day, and then further on they'll upgrade them to max. You need to really consider your cosmetics and the substats that they give you. So you see with Gotha, he gets well, maybe Gotha is a bad example because I do have all of his cosmetics maxed out. I guess we'll take a look at a unit like Merlin because her cosmetics are not maxed out, just so we don't break the perception of what I'm talking about. So here we have Merlin. She's just equipped with 5 cosmetics, and these are the best cosmetics for her, and we'll discuss that as we go along. So Merlin, she gets 900 defense. That's normal because every cosmetic that is UR will give you 180 defense. You have 5 of them, that's 900. If you upgrade them further, they'll get 30 defense for each piece, so you'll add up to 1050. But we're not talking about cosmetic upgrades. With Merlin, you can see she gets 6% resistance, 11% crit resistance, 12% crit defense. This is from the cosmetics. Now, why is this important? Because some of these substats are incredibly important. For example, with defense, the most important substat is resistance. Resistance, very important. We'll discuss it in another video. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. Weapons, the most important for weapons, however, does depend. Certain units benefit more from certain substats. With Merlin, the most important one for her is pierce rate because of the kind of unit that she is. And with headpieces, just flat out, it's lifesteal. Lifesteal is just that, for every unit, lifesteal is the most important one. So yeah, defense, you want resistance. Hopefully, maybe the unit that you are going to be equipping your cosmetics on, hopefully they have resistance on every single piece of gear. Sadly, for the case of Merlin, she does not. As you can see, no extra pieces of gear have resistance. All the ones that have resistance I've equipped to her already. Resistance is just the most important because, if we do want to explain it, resistance basically makes you take less damage. But yeah, so resistance for defense, the most important. You might look at the SSR pieces and see that maybe some of them give resistance, but obviously I'm not, you should not equip an SSR piece over a UR piece because it gives you 2% resistance. That's a bad idea. You're losing defense for literally no reason unless you are a maniac. and you upgrade this SSR piece to UR, which I do not recommend you do, by the way. If the unit already has UR outfits, do not do that. So yeah, Merlin gets 6% resistance, which is a shame. She's quite the squishy unit. She's really not too tanky, which is pretty bad, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, for defense, always equip the pieces that have resistance, because it's just the most important substat. Now, weapons. In the case of Merlin, the most important for her is of course pierce rate, and this is signified by the fact that the weapons that I have equipped are giving her the maximum amount of pierce rate that she can get. Obviously, I do have one spare UR weapon that I did not equip because it's just crit chance and crit damage. She has pretty low crit damage and pretty low crit chance, so giving her 1% extra crit chance, 6% extra crit damage really doesn't do much for her. Weapon, 7% pierce rate. We could actually discuss this in a sec, but 7% pierce rate, very good. 2%, this doesn't give pierce rate, but it does give crit chance, which is at 5%, which is really good. This gives 2% pierce rate, 3% crit chances, which is good, and this gives 2% for pierce rate and crit chance. So for Merlin, this is the best way to equip her. You get the best of both worlds. You get a lot of pierce rate, and you do get a decent amount of crit chance. 12% crit chance purely from your cosmetics. That is pretty huge. That is actually really huge, and not something that you should overlook. So yeah, with Merlin, just like, actually, to be honest, with most units, like I said, only a few units, depending on, you know, what they do, you might want a different substat to be boosted. But for Merlin, generally you're gonna go pierce rate, or generally for most units. And headpieces are pretty simple. Just get the ones that have lifesteal, like 1%, 1%, 1%, 3%, and 1%. So yeah, these ones don't have lifesteal, so I do not have them equipped. So there we go for Merlin. Like I said, you know, if you are new, don't make the mistake of equipping like an SSR piece because it has a good substat. Always equip the UR ones. So yeah, now let's take a look at a different unit, right? A unit that who has a lot of cosmetics and is a crit unit. Let me think. There's probably not too many actually. I would discuss Zeldris, but I do have maxed out cosmetics for Zeldris. But I guess we can discuss him. Now, Zeldris, you can see for his weapons, he doesn't get a lot of pierce rate, which is unfortunate. His pierce rate is on the low side. He gets a decent amount of crit chance, but that doesn't really matter too much. He does have incredibly high crit chance. He would have 81% without the weapons. And the crit damage is of course the most important for Zeldris. Why? Because he's a crit unit. So you can see this here has 4% crit damage. This has 4%. This has pierce rate, just to boost it up a little bit more because it's really low. This has crit chance, which is a decent help, and this has crit chance and crit damage, which is probably his best weapon if it's going to give him the best of both worlds. These weapons, realistically, if I wanted to optimize my Zeldris to the max, I would use this and upgrade it, but that would be a waste of resources, honestly. 2%, like, what's you know, I could take off 4% crit chance for 6% extra crit damage, but I think that's a bad trade-off. A crit unit, you do want to give them the best of both worlds, where they get the max amount of crit chance and crit damage. So yeah, that's the case with Zeldris. As you can see here, incredibly high gains from resistance, right? 17%. That is very, very, very high. That takes him from 17% resistance. Really is a big deal, because that goes from, you know, this unit, he's pretty tanky, you know, he has good resistance, to hold up, this unit is actually really tanky. We see here, this doesn't give any resistance. This gives 2, this gives 6, this gives 5, this gives 4. Very good. Like I said, if we wanted to go crazy over cosmetics, which some whales might do, you know, you'll upgrade this specific one to max because it has 2% extra resistance, whereas the first one here doesn't really give us too much of a bonus. His crit resistance is pretty good. His crit defense is, you know, above average, so nothing too much to speculate there. And of course, the headpieces, incredibly high lifesteal at 22% with the cosmetics, 9% from the cosmetics. Very, very important. So yeah, very good stuff there. So pretty much that's it in terms of crit unit. I don't think there's any other unit that I need to discuss in terms of what they really need. Crit units like Zeldris, like Arthur, like Levi, you're going to want to give them the most crit chance and the most crit damage. And let's just take a look at what unit do I want to take a look at? Is it Merlin? No, it's not Merlin. Let's take a look at my boy Green Meliodas. Where's Green Meliodas? Alright, Green Meliodas, right? This is just an example that I showed. This is something that you, like, one of you guys might have, right? So you have your unit equipped with 5 UR cosmetics and you just think it's fine, but you check the cosmetics you have unequipped and they give you valuable substats, right? This is what, 9% resistance. Meliodas is a unit with some of the lowest resistance in the game, so this would not be a good idea. Of course, you want to check back and you know, equip all of the good stuff, because like I said, you do not want to miss out on these precious stats, because honestly they really do make the difference. You know, I'm not like I'm not BSing you or like, you know, tricking you or anything. These really are like just very important. So please, I advise you to check your units, especially the ones that have a ton of cosmetics. You know, your Kings, your Gothas, your Merlins, your Meliodases. These units, these are just units that naturally get a ton of you know, cosmetics. And right here, this is a point. I have this equipped on my King, but I have this that has 3% resistance. The only reason why I haven't swapped it over is because I am actually well, I was in the process of upgrading this. It's only 36% complete, so I think I'm actually fine to just swap it and put this one here, because it does give me 3% resistance. King, you know, incredibly squishy unit, historically a very squishy unit. Gonna equip it to him. It does give him extra resistance. That extra can help indeed. So yeah, obviously with regards to King, I have all of his lifesteal headpieces equipped, and also with King, I just he's a unit that does not have too many weapons that are UR. So of course, naturally, I'm just going to equip all of the UR weapons because he does not have a vast selection to choose from. So yeah, basically, do not be a fool and equip SSR cosmetics just because they have resistance or something like that. That's a very bad idea. Same for your weapons. You know, this stuff is you should know it by now if you've been playing for a while. But if you are new, maybe this advice is very valuable to you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the short video. I will be doing a follow-up video to this discussing all of the substats, because like I said, I do think they are very important to discuss so people understand what they are, what they do and stuff like that. But yeah, that will be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, do leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys later on for another video. Take care.